Hi! Most of you know I make these tapered and adjustable ladies' headbands with this pretty knit flower on the front. Everybody assumes that the flower is crochet, but everybody knows I don't crochet. This flower is knit, and when I decided to start making these, I had to figure out how to knit this flower all by myself because I couldn't find anywhere on the internet with instructions on how to knit a flower. So since I'm going to knit a flower today, I thought I'd make this video so that you can knit a flower too. I'm making the flower for this headband. I'm using worsted weight yarn. You'll need size 10 circular needles or double points if you prefer, a crochet hook, a darning needle, scissors, and stitch markers. The first thing you need to do is cast on 60 stitches, putting a stitch marker every 12th stitch. This creates 5 sections, which are the petals of the flower. Then knit the first 11 stitches and slip the 12th stitch, moving the marker. Knit 11, slip the 12th, move the marker all the way around. Knit 2 rows in this fashion. Now that you have 2 rows on, you can see how this is starting to bulge out because of the slipped stitch at the end of each section, making the rounded edges of the petals. So the next round, you're going to knit the first 4 stitches in a section, and then you're going to knit 2 together, knit to the end of the section, always slipping the stitch right next to the marker. Knit 4, knit 2 together, knit to the end of the section, slip the stitch, move the marker, and do this for 2 full rows, knitting 2 together after the 4th stitch in each section. So now that we've got 4 full rows, you can really see the petals developing. In this row and the next row, we're going to take off some more stitches. You're going to knit 2, knit 3 together, knit to the marker. Slip the stitch, move the marker, knit 2, knit 3 together, all the way around, twice. So you're going to, once again, knit 2, knit 3 together, knit to the marker, slip the stitch, move the marker, all the way around, 2 full rounds. So now that you have all these rows done, you have this nice looking flower with this pretty detail where all the decreases are. It's time to take this off the needles. So cut the tail of your yarn, leaving yourself a couple of feet to play with, and thread it onto your darning needle. Slide the stitches toward the point and take the first stitches off the needle, like so, okay, which leaves you with this stitch that you slipped every time left. So pull this off the needle and the whole thing looks like this. So if you stretch the knitting out a little bit, you can see this nice ladder work between the stitches here. You take your crochet hook and go in and out of that ladder work like so till you get up to the top where the slip stitch is. Catch the slipped stitch and pull it through that ladder work. I'm working at a really odd angle so you can see what I'm doing. Like so, to the bottom. And this is what makes the indent between the petals. Then you catch the slip stitch with your darning needle and pull the tail through. And that will hold that slip stitch down at the bottom and make this indent stay there. One more time. With your darning needle, pick the knitted stitches up, and pull the tail through. Take the slipped stitch off the needle, find the ladder work with your crochet hook, go through the ladder work till you get up by the slipped stitch, catch the slipped stitch, pull it through to the bottom, go through it with your darning needle and pull the tail through. Once you get it off the needles, it looks something like this. This is the tail you started with, and this is the end yarn on your darning needle that you pulled through all these center stitches to keep them in place. To draw the center in, just pull on this end piece. I like to put my finger in the middle so that it leaves a little bit of a space for my centerpiece of a flower. At this point, all that's left to do is to block it out so it lays nice and flat and sew it onto something as a decoration. So here's my flower on a headband. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and make lots of flowers for yourself. Happy knitting!